Hello and welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. In this video today, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about my next project, which is Project Performance. For those of you who don't know, I break my training down into different projects, and I've just finished Project Rebuild and I'm now going to be heading into Project Performance. Also, I'm going to be doing an FTP test today. It's that day. FTP test, it's just a fitness test basically. I am looking forward to it, but I'm also not looking forward to it as well. So, Project Performance, what is it? Basically now I'm going to be fueling my training sessions to promote performance. Previously on Project Rebuild, I was basically cutting my body fat down, going through effectively a recomposition phase to build from that on top of it. Currently sitting at 97 kilos. As you can see on the screen, this is my current composition and I'm really happy with it, to be honest. Now, as a side note, when anyone's trying to get into shape, there's the typical bodybuilding method of cutting, bulking, cutting, bulking, cutting, bulking, which is completely fine. Or there's a longer duration method of sort of going through recomposition, building mass and burning fat at the same time over a longer period of time. For me personally, I like to cut down first to put myself physiologically in a good position to build mass and then maintain for a longer period of time. So it is a cut, it is a bulk, and then it's a maintain. Where people get frustrated with it is that they cut and they bulk and then they're not happy, so they cut again, then bulk again. And 9 times out of 10, when people enter into a cutting phase, they cut too aggressively. And when they go into a bulking phase, people typically bulk too aggressively. So they either lose too much muscle mass going into a cut, or they put on too much body fat going into a bulk. But anyway, that's sort of a side note. So one thing that will help with that, by the way, a little bit of a tip, is to track everything. So track everything you eat, you drink, your sleep, your mood, your energy, your hunger, your training. Track what gets measured, gets managed. On the screen as well, I would have put this up, which I'm going to talk you through now, and it's my current calories for building performance. 4 times a week, I'm going to be sitting at 2,300 calories, making sure that I hit 180 grams of protein for every one of these days. 4 times a week, I'm going to be having 300 grams of carbs, 42 grams of fat, and also across all of the days it's 25 to 30 grams of fibre. Saturday, that's a pre-ride on. Sunday is my longer ride days. So I'm going up to 3,500 calories, 580 grams of carbs. That shit gets me excited. 51 grams of fat. On a cycle day, on a Sunday, I'm going to be eating 2,300 calories, which is the same as my 4-day protocol. But I'm going to eat back 100% of the expenditure that I utilise on Garmin. Monday, which is post long ride, I'm going to be going up to 3,000 calories, 180 grams of protein again, 455 grams of carbs, and 51 grams of fat. So ultimately, like any time you make a calorie adjustment, it's important to track and log everything to ensure that ultimately that sort of number is working, because ultimately you're not going to get the exact calorie to the exact point. This will need tweaking and modifying as we go, which is again why it's really important to keep tracking, keep monitoring your progress. On to the main juicy part, which is the FTP test. I personally have done FTP tests, I think this is my 3rd one now. I'm doing the 20-minute test. I personally prefer doing that method on Trainer Road. You can do a ramp test, which effectively is basically every minute, depending on what software you use, every minute the resistance goes up, I think 20 to 25 watts every minute, and you just go until you can't keep going. The method I'm going on is just 20 minutes, pushing as hard as you can effectively for that 20 minutes. Now, in the past 2 FTP tests, I must admit I got a little bit excited at the start and I didn't flag towards the end, but couldn't push as hard as I wanted towards the end. So I'm going to be gauging this one a little bit differently. So that's going to be interesting. So let's jump in, let's see how we get on, and I will see you in the test. I get so nervous before any form of test or anything. It's just a horrible feeling. But I'm going to have some pre-workout. I'm going to put some tunes on, get my head in the zone, and smash it out, go for it. Let's see what we can do. Right, so as you'll probably be able to see on the screen, just entered into effectively a 10-minute slow ramp warm-up. Got 3 spikes, don't know the percentages, I'll put them on the screen, of FTP, current FTP. Then a short little burst. The whole point of that is to get you ready, get your body physiologically ready, and we'll go from there. Usually when I do my sessions, I'll do it in erg mode, but I was a little bit apprehensive about doing it on trainer road in erg mode because obviously I want to give my all for that 20 minutes, so I'm a little bit vulnerable. I'm not sure, I'll try it in the next one. If I can override erg mode whilst I'm doing that 20 minutes FTP, I don't know, so I've just gone manual for today. So obviously now I'm just messing around with the gears a little bit, see what feels comfortable. Obviously there's lots more to go just yet. Right, first 5-minute effort coming up. Let's get in the zone, let's get the legs burning. So I'm a little bit on the fence between 13 and 14. 13 I can get higher cadence, but it's not comfortable. 14 is lower cadence, more comfortable, but more difficult. So I'm going to go 14 and see what we've got in the locker, but that's sort of a 5-minute little stint done. The 20-minute block is coming up, and then that is it. So let's see what we can do. Gotta get the right tunes as well. And I don't know about you, but the genre I have always changes. It's either like hip hop, country. I just don't know. So as you can see, you have to go somewhere else completely. Music is the difference for me. That was vital. When I kept looking up, I was looking at the cadence. Wanted to keep it at 90 for the majority, 15 minutes, and then start to bump it to 95, and then just hold on and hope for the best after that for the last 5 minutes. So at this point, I don't even know what it's calculated at. So it'll be interesting, but last 7 minutes of this cool down, and then I'm gonna recover. That's it. 3-3-3. So suggested after that from 317 to 333. I'm happy with that. I think the last time we did an FTP test, you know, I'm not even going to guess. It would have been just after the first check-in or checkpoint. So that lines up perfectly with this checkpoint. Gone from 317 to 333. I think that's 3 months. So it's nice progress, I'll take that to be fair. Yeah, glad that's done. Now I'm going to eat some food. Yeah, done. That's it. That's my FTP gone from 313 to 333. So I'm really happy considering that ultimately I've only been on these performance calories for a week now. So I'm going to be really interested to see what sort of damage we can do in the next 3 months to the next checkpoint and beyond. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel to see more of the journey as I go along, and thank you again for watching. Any comments at all, please put them below, and I will hopefully see you on the next video.